All right, shalom, shalom. All right, it's your boy Raya Allah coming at you with another lesson. All right, but before I get started with this lesson, I would like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Ha, Rakak, Vadash, Ma'amath. Definitely want to give double honors to the apostles of GMS and the elders. Definitely want to give double honors to my elder Harwan, Banyasha of the Lionton Camp, located in Jacksonville, Florida. Shalom to the sincere men, women, and children that believe in sincerity and truth. Shalom. All right. Today's lesson is going to be titled, Look How All the Other Nations View America. All right. Well, it's going to be something in that effect. All right. But basically, not just the other countries viewing America as weak right now, but our own government officials feel the same. All right. This article here is from the Telegraph. It says U.S. weapons are not good enough to take on Russia's nuclear threat, Pentagon officials admit. The United States' planned overhaul of its nuclear weapon strategy may not be sufficient to take on the threats posed by Russia and China. A top Pentagon officials have admitted. Richard Johnson, who oversees nuclear policy, said the current plans could have to be enhanced to reflect the work being undertaken by Moscow and Beijing. Quote, we are now in a world where we're facing multiple nuclear competitors, multiple states that are growing, diversifying and modernizing their nuclear arsenals, and also, unfortunately, prioritizing the role that nuclear weapons play in the national security strategy. Right, and that's the point. And that's the point of this lesson, at least, right? America's strategy, right, when it's dealing with, nuclear war. Said he told a think tank event. It says his comments came after the White House said it would not change the country's nuclear posture after Russia lowered its own threshold for a nuclear strike. Vladimir Putin, Russia's president, made the move in response to a decision by Washington to permit Ukraine to strike Russian soil with U.S. supplied ATACMS missiles. The United States has been modernizing its own nuclear deterrent. Right? It says sometime, which includes plans to deploy nuclear weapons at an air base in the United Kingdom. All right, so that's what the article is going into, man. How America is still so far behind when it's dealing with the strategy of nuclear weapons, right? They already have fallen behind Russia as far as how the amount of nuclear weapons they have, nuclear bombs or ICBMs they have. Right now, when they go into the strategy of it, their strategy is completely outdated, man. All right, it says new bombs being produced. Washington has ensured, right? But this is what they gave the people to look forward to. It says new bombs being produced. Washington has ensured there are more nuclear air drop gravity bombs and nuclear capable submarines ready at any one time. So they're still they're still back in they're still outdated, man. They're still dropping bombs from planes, man. When Russia has ICBMs that can go from one continent to the next, right? As much as he have shown, throughout these last couple of years, dealing with the Satan 1 missiles, Satan 2, the Poseidon, which can cause tsunamis. Those are ICBMs that they keep on their subs, right? All the way to ICBMs they have that go from one continent to the next straight out of their missile silos, man. Right? But America's, what they said they have plans to deploy nuclear weapons at an air base in the United Kingdom, right? So they can be prepared to jump in the plane if they need to and drop bombs on. They still in the drive-by days, right? When Russia is more on a precision strike, you know. So they hitting you with a sniper, basically, from a distance. So that's just showing you how outdated America is. It says Washington has ensured that there are more nuclear air-dropped gravity bombs and nuclear-capable submarines ready at any one time, right? It just shows you how far behind America is in dealing with their arsenal and with their strategy. It said newer variants of the B-61 bomb are also being produced as part of the 2022 Nuclear Posture Review. Right? Got some slack. Let's get that B-61 bomber, man. B-61 nuclear bomb. Okay, that's something else. But it says the B-61 nuclear bomb is the primary, right, thermonuclear gravity bomb in the United States enduring stockpile following the end of the Cold War. So, so while America was beating their swords into pruning hooks, right? Russia was beating their pruning hooks into swords, right? Just dealing with the agriculture, right? Dealing with the agriculture, man. They stopped, after the Cold War, Russia was, had to build themselves back up, man. All right. So, they went from dealing with their agriculture to building up their military, right? It says, this is Joel 3:9, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, right? And that's what the Lord was, Ezekiel 38 was getting Russia, Gog and Magog, right, prepared for World War III, right, to bring forth his prophecy to destroy America and the state of Israel via ICBMs, man, right? It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong, right? And let the weak say, I'm strong, right? So after the Cold War, look at Russia now, right? Look how strong they have become, right? Now Vladimir Putin's he's the president of the BRICS nation, right? They have their own currency. They're dealing with their own currency, right? They have found ways to go around the sanctions that America has on them, right? Look at their number one as far as nuclear strength, right? And then they're back right there behind with China, and China's number 3, right? But look at the strategy, right? Based off of what this whole lesson is about. Right, America still has to get in the planes and drop bombs or use submarines, right? But Russia can literally shoot an ICBM from one continent to the next, man. All right, that was the Lord, Ezekiel 38, preparing Russia, all right? And now Russia is trading with all these other countries, North Korea, Iran, so on and so on, right? And the Lord is preparing them for war as well, right? Salak. Right, so that's what I wanted. All right, but it says the new variants, back at the article, new variants of the B-61 bomb are also being produced as part of the 2022 Nuclear Posture Review. Quote, to be prepared for the 2030s, we have to modernize our nuclear forces, the nuclear command and control, and the associated in infrastructure that will allow us to be flexible and adjust over time as new challenges arise, whether that's new threats or potential changes or delays in our moderation. Grant Vice Deputy Director for Strategic Stability at the Joint Staff said, NATO, the U.S.-led military alliance, has also been reviewing its own nuclear strategies in the wake of Russia's invasion of Ukraine almost 3 years ago. The work being undertaken by the alliance includes the Netherlands, a non-nuclear country, making its F-35 fighter jets available to NATO's nuclear deterrent. Talks are regularly held between the alliance officials to establish whether its nuclear deterrent stands up to the rest it faces from the likes of Russia and China. Moscow, all right, so getting to the juicy part of Moscow to carry out more hypersonic tests. Vladimir Putin, the Russian president, said on Friday that Moscow would carry out more tests of the hypersonic or oceanic ballistic missile in combat conditions a day after firing one of Ukraine. It says we will continue these tests, including in combat conditions, depending on, see how prepared Russia is, depending on the situation and character of the security threats posted to Russia. Right, Putin said in a televised meeting with the military chief. But just Russia's steady showing off their power, man. Right? While America is being exposed, man. You know, the Lord said He was going to lift up the skirt of this place, man. This is for Isaiah 47:1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Right now, look at America today. Look how weak have they become. Look how weak the dollar is. Right, it's on the midst of crashing. Look how bad our economy is. Right, look how weak our nuclear arsenal is compared to Russia. Right. Look at just us losing the strength, right? It's like America losing their strength, right? They're being brought low, right? Now they're have to sit in the confusion with the rest of everybody else, man, right? Sit in that powerless seat, right? While the Lord is raising up Russia to be that that new hammer of the earth only for a little bit of time. All right. Because the Lord is against them as well. But it says, sit on the ground. There is no throne, right? Because you have lost your power seat. Right now you're being exposed. All your lies are being exposed. Right? All all the things you have done throughout history is being exposed. You trying to hide history is being exposed. All the philosophies and democracy and politics and religions you have pushed on these other nations, right? You're being exposed, man. You know? It says, there is no throne, right? There's no throne for America, right? I.e., Egypt, Nineveh, right? You look around, this is ancient Rome all over again, right? Egypt. This all you see. Everything that's not of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. Right? It says, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate, right? No more be called tender and delicate, right? Because you are touchable, right? Because America, for a long time, people felt like they couldn't be touched, right? That they was unstoppable, that no other country could bring them down, right? They was the biggest and the baddest, right? They was the most beautifulest. Now look at them. The ugliness of America has been exposed, man. The weakness of this place has been exposed, right? The darkness of this place is being exposed, man. And this is all due to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua exposing this wicked place, man. It says, take the millstone and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers, Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yea, right? And it's being uncovered, right? As we speak. America is being exposed for all of the wickedness it was involved into. Look at the LGBTQ, the alphabet community, right? As Kamala Harris tried to go to Africa and push that policy onto Africa, right? And other countries, right? You can go further into that. You can go further into how they were stealing the resources, right, from the other countries. These are the colonizers, man. Always will be, and or until the Lord returns, at least. It says, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, right? The Lord, see, it's the Lord's vengeance, man. The Lord said nobody will be able to save us out of this condition, man. Right? So when he shows up, he's not going to show up as a man, right? Because no man can save us, man. He has to show up, right, when he's in his glorified form. He's already been glorified. So now, when he comes back, during the times of World War III, to save the elect out of the said perils, right? Out of the it's like the nuclear destruction that's going to be happening at that time, right? It says, I will take vengeance, man. That's the Lord's vengeance. This is the Lord's armory, man. That the Lord has opened up and given to the wicked to be able to produce the weapons of his choice, right? Those ICBMs. It says, I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. As for our Redeemer, right? Our Redeemer, the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, the Israelites, right? The Seminole Indians and the Speckled Bird, right? The Lord, Yahweh of hosts, right? Because he's the God of armies, right? It's his name, the Holy One of Israel. Verse 5 says, sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, man. See, Babylon, man. Sit down in darkness, man. Sit down in that weak, confused state, being brought low, right? The dollar's crashing, right? They're being drawn into this war, World War III, right? Russia's going to destroy this place, man. Right along with the rest of the countries, man. O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms, right? No more. You will never, this place will be brought low, man. It's being brought low as we speak, man. And these other kingdoms, I've been fed up with the ways of this country, man. The ways of our government, right? Russia is ready to be back in the power seat, man. Verse 6, I was wroth with my people. I have polluted my inheritance, right? The Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, right? Going through the different captivities. Right? It says, and I given them into thy hand, right? As you look still today, we're still in their hands. Thou didst show them no mercy, right? Each time, man. They never show mercy, man. Right? They always take it further than what they're supposed to. Upon the ancient has thou very heavily laid thy yoke, man. And thou said, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it, right? You thought you was going to be a lady forever, but the Lord is exposing this, for all the abominations you have done to the Israelites, man, to the Lord's people. I'll grab one more precept and I end it. So, my phone be bugging sometimes. So like, but again, this is the Lord's armory, man. And it was His choice to wanna, give Esau and Edom, the wisdom to be able to create ICBMs, right? To ultimately to, dump it upon their own heads, man. Right, Jeremiah 50. A sound of battle is in the land, and of great destruction. Right, Khan. And this is what we, the ones who have the ears to hear and the eyes to see. Right, the ones that's in this truth. Right, the ones who deal with prophecy. Right, and the only way you can be in the spirit of prophecy, right, which is the same spirit of Yahweh Shai. Only way you can be in the spirit of prophecy is He bless you with the spirit, with the spirit of truth, man. Right. And you have to be called and be chosen, man, and be part of the elect, right? But we hear that sound of battle, man, right? And of great destruction. It says, verse 23, how is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken, right? How is this place, America, cut asunder and broken, man, being brought low? How has Babylon become a desolation among the nations, right? I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, right? That snare is those ICBMs, man, right? So now as this place is losing its power, right, that snare, will be implemented very soon, or that snare, that trap, right, is gonna set off in any minute, right? It's talks of, they have government officials talking about World War III could start in the next 3 months, 3 or 4 months. You know, wars is at the door, man. I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou was not aware, right? See, now they looking confused and lost, like, man, what happened? We're losing our strength, we're losing our power, right? The world's looking at us like we're weak. And if Kamala would have, won the presidential election, Russia had already said he was gonna strike, man. Vladimir, right? It says, back at the article, it says, and thou was not aware, thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord Yahweh. The Lord Yahweh have opened His armory, right? See, it's His armory, right? Those ICBMs to bring forth that fervent heat, man, and have brought forth the weapons of His indignation. See, those ICBMs is the weapon of His indignation, right? It says, for this is the work of the Lord God of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans, man, right? So back at the article, man, just to go and show you, man, that this place is destined, right? Ezekiel 38, right, to be taken down by Russia, while Russia is being lifted up at this time, right, and being put in that power seat, right? Him, China, North Korea, Iran, Egypt, excuse me. You can keep going on and on, man. Right? While America is slowly losing everything and being exposed of everything, right? All right. So just to end it off with back at article, it says, quote, we need to begin serial production. The decision has in effect been taken. Putin said, praising the particle strength of this weapon and its power. It says the weapon system that was tested yesterday is another faithful guarantee of Russia's territorial integrity and sovereignty, he added. Right, going back into that missile that he was talking about earlier. What's it called? Let me find it real quick. That oceanic, right? Hypersonic oceanic ballistic missile, man. Right? Which can go to Mach 10 times, right? It says the Kremlin boss also ordered the missile, which flies at speeds of Mach 10 times the speed of sound, to be put into serial production. Russia is developing similar advanced systems, he added. And it says, but yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Just wanting to go into, how outdated America is, and that's all due to the Lord, exposing this place and weakening this place, right? As as our Lord was stabbed, and pierced, the Lord is now piercing this place and bringing this place and bleeding it, bleeding it dry. All right, so Lord willing, this lesson was edifying, man. Shalom and DTA.